Okay, so, hi, I'm Josh. I have not posted on here before. Decided, since I'm taking this game seriously now, I'd put up a video because yesterday I went to a regional and I came 17th, which was lucky because top 17 people got invites to Euros, so I just scraped one. It was 7 rounds. I went 5-2. I lost in round 2 and in round 7. Um, yeah. I played against. So my two losses were both to Sprite decks. The first one was to Sprite Melfi, and the main reason was because in game 3 my opponent opened double anti-spell, which was, yeah, it was what it was, and I opened all spells and Loci, which didn't help. And then round 7 I played against Sprite Live Twin, and I lost because my opponent opened 3 hand traps. So even though I had cross out, it didn't help, and I don't think I'd play cross out again. So anyways, I'll get into what I was playing. So I played Rikka Sunavalon. 3 seed, 3 die, 1 for 1. Obviously the most powerful normal monster in the game. It just gets you into a full combo. You always want to see die or seed. Really don't like having to normal summon seed, but obviously it's fine. I've got 3 die. 1 for 1 is better in my build because I'm playing 14 hand traps. In the old versions, I wouldn't have played it because you don't open enough monsters to make it viable. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. And then, of course, the rest of the engine. 2 sewing, 1 twin. I considered playing 3 sewing just to play around Droll, but you don't need to. You really don't need to. It's not necessary, you know. You just want 2 so that if your first one gets stopped by Ash, you can have follow-up next turn, because Dryas isn't once per turn. That actually came up a lot. I would just sit on my opponent because it's a hand trap format. And yeah, hand trap format, they hand trap you, you just sit on Dryas or Dryas Concon sheet with a couple of hand traps, and yeah. I also played 1 Lone Fire. It's just really good. It's an extra any of your plants basically. Tribute it going to seed most of the time, but also if you don't get to go through the seed combo and you want to go through the seed combo, you can go Jasmine, tribute, summon Lone Fire effect, tribute off Jasmine and go full combo with the seed. So there's that. And then the Rikka engine, really self-explanatory. 3 Petal, 3 Princess. One of them is American because Dylan didn't give me 3. 2 Mudan, 1 Snowdrop, 1 Primula. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. It's always the same ratios. Unless you play 2 Primula, I can see why you would, but I also don't want to see it. I opened it a lot today. I opened the 3 bricks a lot today. So I opened, yesterday. I opened Twin Primula and Snowdrop. Not at the same time, of course, but I opened them a lot. But it didn't matter too much because obviously you half the time you have an extender, and also people don't know where to hand trap this deck, which is still good. But yeah, so Rikka cards, pretty standard. Also playing the normal stuff, 1 sheet, 3 glamour, and then I only played 2 Concon. I probably should have played 3. Looking back at it, I would have liked to have seen it more, but thankfully I didn't run into any Kashtira at all. I played against 2 Pearly and 2 Super Heavy Samurai, and then the 2 Sprite. And the last one, what was it? I've completely forgotten. But yeah, it was all very straightforward. Concon's great for dealing with Pearly, by the way. It's just really good. I opened Concon Glamour a lot, which is obviously completely broken. I played against someone from Team Shift who was on Sam's, and he went Fenrir, and I just he's yeah. Don't need to explain it in depth. It was just good. Should have played 3 Concon. Would probably play 3 Concon next time. And then I've got, oh yeah, the one called by. This came up a lot actually for a one of. I hit Droll with this. I hit Ash with this. Pretty much it. I hit a Crow with this as well. Against Sam's. They crowed me. They crowed my my Petal when I was trying to revive it. I think they drew Crow for turn, otherwise they would have used it before that on seed or something. But yeah. And then hand traps, I played 14 because I wanted, I don't know, I played 14, basically all I have to say. So I played the best hand trap of the format, which is 3 Droll. I played 3 Ash Blossom. Ash didn't actually come up a lot, it was just good as like general hand traps. I think the only time it came up, it never came up against Super Heavy, it only came up against Pearly and Sprite. I regretted ashing. I shouldn't have ashed in my final round. I shouldn't have ashed because the way he was playing made me think he had a talents, because he was trying to bait it out. He was waiting a lot of the time when I was doing stuff. It was like anything on resolution, anything on... So I should have realised that he was playing talents. But yeah. And then I also played 3 Ogre. This was phenomenal all day. I hit the Pearly continuous spell with this. I hit Wakaushi and also Benkei with this, and Gigantic Sprite actually. And then I also played 3 Imperm. Pretty self-explanatory. Imperm is Imperm. Good card. And then finally, which was the weird one, and this was just because I wanted to play 2 more hand traps that weren't like... I didn't want to play Effect Veiler or something, because I wanted something that could do something in... I don't know, I just didn't want to play Effect Veiler, basically. I didn't want it to be so limited. So I played 2 DD Crow. I actually didn't see this all day. Oh no, sorry, I did see that. I saw this in round 1 against Super Heavy Samurai, but he bricked so badly I didn't even get the chance to use it. Yeah, I just ogred his card, and yeah. And then, yeah, extra deck is pretty normal. Pretty standard. It is just 3 Dryas, 2 Healer for the combo, 1 Thrasher, 2 Jasmine, 1 Dance Peon, Melius, Bang, Double Strenner, Teardrop, Hyperiton. Just standard, yeah. I was thinking about playing, because in testing, I got into a lot of grind games with people, and yeah, it was just, I think I should have played a second Bang instead of Jasmine, but it would have come up if I'd been allowed to do a full combo. I only won 1 die roll the whole day. I won my round 1 die roll against Super Heavy Samurai, and I won that match before the match slips even got handed out. And I think this deck's really good at the moment, actually, despite the fact that everyone's on hand traps. Yeah, so side deck, I played Rose Whip for the lock, and then Regulus, Borea, Disc Coliseum. So going first, instantly side these 4 in. Make sure you shuffle properly because you don't want to draw these 2. You don't mind drawing these because you can put up a negate before nib. I got nibbed once today, the whole day. I only got nibbed once. No, nibbed twice. But one of the times I had Princess, so it didn't matter. Yeah, just normal stuff. I played 3 Dark Ruler. And then also, well, this is just for combo Sams, and also, what's that deck called? Sprite. But I didn't get a chance to use it because he had anti-spell. So I also played 3 Exes Encore. This card was really good. Probably I bought it for too much, I think. I should have waited for... I don't know if there was a reprint or something, but I needed it by Saturday, so I bought some really expensive ones, even though they weren't in the best condition. They're not damaged, per se. They're just, not great. This came up both my matches against Pearly. And I hit... One of the matches I hit on some blue because I hand-trapped him to death anyway. That deck eats hand-traps, by the way. I triple hand-trapped him and he kept playing. But I had an Encore, did the on some blue. Yep, and also... When I did it against the other guy, I drew it for turn in a grind game. I know I gave him a lot of advantage, but it let me put enough damage where once I got a little bit ahead of him, I just attacked for game in game 2. So that was great. I really like Encore. I might have considered playing Herald if I had thrusts, but I don't. So yeah. And I've forgotten to switch out some of the cards because I borrowed them off people and stuff. And I also just switched it. But these were supposed to be Cosmics. This is what I should have played. I should have played Harpies and Spider Orchid. But, you know, is what it is. This would have come up against Cash and Pearly, and it's really good. I think there's an argument to play it in the main deck. But yeah, I was playing Cosmics because I was scared of Runic, but there was no Runic at the event that I saw. I didn't face any. There was none around me. It was just the new decks. I saw Pearly and Sam's everywhere. Yep. And then the final thing, this was 3 crossout, but I gave them back to someone. This is what I should have played. I should have played Talents, because in round 7, in game 1, unwinnable, I had 4 hand traps and Sunseed. I ashed his something and he went Tactics, look at your hand and put back Seed and put me on better draw a starter, and I didn't draw a starter. So yeah, that was sad. And if I'd had this, I would have just looked at his hand. Oh no, no, sorry. And then game 2, he ashed me and I cross-outed. But actually, now I'm looking back at it, Ash wouldn't have hurt at all because I started with Die and 1/1 in my hand. If I'd had this, I would have rather looked at his hand and put back the Nibiru he had, which would have let me win, I think, because despite the fact that he had another Veiler, I had enough stuff that I could, you know, put up a decent board. Since it was Sprite, I just have to put up Sheet plus, you know, Princess or something, just a minor interruption, just enough to get bodies off their field. Yeah, but I would have much preferred either Talents or Rivalry. Would have just been a lot better. Overall, yeah, pretty good. First time I've actually done well at a regional, because usually I'm playing complete trash. Not playing like trash, but I'm usually playing nonsense. The last time I went to Canterbury Regional, I was playing Going Second Mech Knight, which did okay. Wasn't great. I went X3-1, something like that. So not bad. That was during Tri-Brigade Lurlusk format. And then as I've started to take things more serious recently, I picked up this when the last ban list came out. And yeah, I don't know. Pretty fun deck. Very good. Cards very broken. Yeah. 17th place. Euros. I'm going to go Nationals. Going to go Euros. Going to cost me a lot of money. So hopefully I top. Yeah, thank you for watching.